Hello everyone, my name is Anthony Gallegos and I'm with Mitch Dyer.
Hi, that's me.
And we're here to talk about, well, it's more like we're not doing a video review of Natural Selection 2.
Why?
But,
How come?
well, Mitch, you know, there's no really good reason for that. We just didn't necessarily have the time.
Anthony's lazy is what it is.
No, it's not that. But I did want to, give some final sort of impressions on it. I've been playing a lot of this game.
Every time I log onto Steam, there you are, playing Natural Selection.
And I do really like it. You know, I actually think that the guys at Unknown Worlds Entertainment have really done a great job.
What is this?
That is what's called an Onos.
I love it.
You can evolve into that. So that's the thing about Natural Selection. Asymmetrical multiplayer game, aliens versus humans. They play really differently, and they don't feel totally imbalanced. I love that creature, too, that we just saw, the Onos, because its name is obviously very close to Onos. And that's something people regularly say when it comes into the area, because it wrecks shop, obviously.
Was that like a crowdsourced thing?
I
Was
don't
it
know,
originally
actually.
called like the Behemoth or something similarly
Probably.
stupid?
So right now I'm kind of the most basic life form, but the cool thing about the most basic life form is...
Oh, you're climbing on the walls and you have a floppy little tongue in your mouth.
Exactly. Well, I have eyes, too. I don't know why they do the camera inside the mouth, but it gives...
That's not where eyes are.
It's pretty charming in a lot of ways,
It's
actually.
really cool.
But that's the thing about the aliens, right? See, the Marines can't do anything like this, but at the same time, aliens are really squishy, and at least this base one, and kind of easy to kill, and I have to get up close to be able to bite them.
You're like Lamar from Half-Life right now. I love it.
So-
Your little pincer claws.
But that's the thing. Oh, yeah, I guess I kind of do look like a little head crab.
Yeah.
So the thing about this game, the hook of it comes down to the fact that, on top of being asymmetrical, one person on each team is playing as the commander, and so they're playing it like an RTS. So the commander's actually the one that built us this crazy whip tentacle that defends things, or this alien like shell looking thing that actually pumps out healing gas. And so we all have to be really aggressive about basically helping him secure more parts of the map. And the aliens obviously play a lot like the StarCraft 2 Zerg. They are...
You got your creep on the ground there.
Exactly. These are all supported by these creeps. Let me see.
You're going places.
I know.
This is like a good ambush spot. Oh, you just like hooked underneath. That was awesome.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is there's a lot of vents and stuff made for the aliens to kind of get the drop on Marines.
I have no idea what's going on. Get that guy. Get him. Can he hear you right now? Oh, God.
Yes. They know I'm here.
Get him. Anthony.
Oh, this is bad,
you
Mitch.
panicked.
This is
You
bad.
panicked.
There's a mech suit, too.
Don't bite the mech. I don't think that's effective.
No. Actually, it is. Mechs can be...
Really?
So that's the thing, is just like...
You can eat the mech?
Just like an RTS, one of the things I really like about Natural Selection is that the reason the commander matters so much, and the reason that players just naturally listen to the commander, is that if they don't support the commander and help him build new stuff, it's like, imagine if you were playing StarCraft and the commander... You basically have to help the commander if you want him to, I guess, be able to build you higher tech things. So imagine, level 1 Space Marines with, like, no armor or guns are going to do terribly against, like, a level 3 Hydralisk. And so in this, you have to listen to your commander and help them out so that they can afford things to upgrade you. Right now, I'm actually evolving. I'm evolving not only to a new life form, but also evolving buffs for myself. And the only reason I have those buffs is because the commander was able to get enough resources to build these crazy support structures, you see.
And did he got those resources from you guys, right?
He got those by securing resource nodes in the map that we had to fight to make sure he gets.
Okay.
And so I just love the various ways that they do things to balance the game that aren't, they're very different from each other, but they work. So for instance, like, humans are reliant on power. So right now, even though we're destroying this power generator, it wasn't doing anything. I mean, this resource gatherer, it wasn't doing anything because it was out of power anyways. So humans are reliant on power, just like we're reliant on creep. But at the same time, once humans have power up, their little guys can all act as builders and immediately build structures way faster than we necessarily can. But ours will grow naturally over time. So even if we don't, babysit them, we can still live. Oh, we gotta get out of here.
It's cool to me that not only are the teams you play on totally different, like you're playing as unique units on a unique side, but your objective is also very different.
Yeah.
Like the way you play is functionally dissimilar from the humans.
Yes, exactly. Like the Marines definitely don't have a unit like this, like a flying unit. My whole job as this flying unit is to basically, I'm gonna head into combat.
Yeah.
Is to basically fly into an area, gas everyone, and annoy them, and hopefully get out alive. Let me see. This is definitely... Oh,
Here
yeah.
it comes. Yes. Okay. I think you missed.
No, the point is that I'm doing damage to him over time, and they're aiming at me while my shade, that guy right there with the scythe claws, comes in.
Gotcha.
see, I basically gave him the, and see, he just went in there and he's wrecking shop.
at him,
He
he's
just killed
tearing
three,
that dude
he just
up.
killed 3 guys.
What are you doing, dude?
And the
Turn around
whole
and run
reason
away.
of the flying unit, like, granted, it would have been better if I lived, obviously, but I come in there, I puff out that gas, makes it harder for them to see, and gives him an opportunity while they're focusing on me to just run in and wreck shop. Like, that's what I love about this game, is that, it doesn't do the same job of necessarily rewarding people, maybe, that some people might not like. I say something like Team Fortress 2, but I really like the fact that you just feel like you want to do team play. Like, even there, if I knew I was going to do that, probably not score any kills myself and get sacrificed, I knew that it could be the difference between, like, a successful push, basically.
That's really interesting, because the struggle in any multiplayer game is getting people to listen to you. And this not only rewards that, but it encourages it by, it's beneficial for everybody. And no game does that. No game makes you want to be part of a team like this does.
God.
You're dead.
That was a bad push. This is a game where, when I joined it, this game's been going on for almost 40 minutes, too, which is kind of long for a multiplayer
it's too
game.
long for me.
But a lot of times they don't go that long.
Okay.
This is one where I can tell, when I joined, the aliens were definitely on the losing side.
And then Anthony shows up and everything changes.
That isn't
it's
at all.
turning the tide.
That isn't at all what happened. But I think what did happen, though, is that
Play as that hippo.
so this is a Gorge. He's kind of the support/builder unit. He can spit out a gas that will heal
Slash
units
hippo unit.
and will help build structures as well. Oh, no way. Our commander just put down an Onos egg.
I almost made you said hippo instead of help.
This guy is mutating into an Onos.
Okay.
So this unit I'm playing is mostly there to, like, support. I would follow an Onos into battle.
Look at those chompers.
And he can also do this adorable thing where he slides. That's how he sprints. He slides on his belly everywhere and throws his tongue out the side of his mouth.
This thing is awesome. This is my favorite unit by far.
It's actually my favorite unit too, because just like something like TF2, like I was talking about earlier, like when I play those games, I don't want to. I'm not necessarily the greatest at scoring kills all the time. So a lot of times I'll play something like a medic and do support, and the same thing in this.
Go turrets up as an engineer.
There's a great opportunity to kind of help your team out in a very real way by just kind of healing and doing support. This guy can't climb the walls though, so I got to kind of be careful with him. But I do have bile bombs, which is a great range tech. So in this area, you can tell we've knocked out the power. Humans can't do anything in here. And if it was really dark, I could throw on my alien vision.
Oh.
That's one of the other things that makes it feel really different, is when you're playing the aliens, it's kind of that feeling, especially, not as much this class, but the other ones, of being like a monster. And, like what we always imagined playing an aliens game would be like, oh,
Power's
knocked
out.
But whereas playing the Marines is kind of scary at times, because when the power gets knocked out, everyone just kicks on their flashlights and they're just like watching the corners.
Is there like that motion detector?
No,
is
there's
there an
no motion
equivalent of
detector. They definitely didn't fully rip off aliens.
Everything but the motion detector.
Let's see.
What is that thing up there glowing?
Oh man,
Go
we got
kill
him
it.
pushed in here. The Onos is already. Our Onoses are in the base. At this point, the game is almost over. Let me see if I can get up here and heal this Onos though. Oh, poor bio
Oh,
bomb.
that guy's got a flamethrower.
Bio bomb,
Run away, run away.
No, it's okay. I'm bio bombing in there.
Good distraction.
Well, the bio bombs are great because they don't do that much damage, but they do damage over time. So it does make me kind of worthwhile. I'm gonna get in here and heal these.
It makes me
Onos.
kind of worthwhile. That's the saddest thing you've said all day.
Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm trying to heal these Onos. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that was a game I didn't expect to turn around like that. But
You guys crushed it. That's what happens when you have 3 dinosaur rhinos.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying Natural Selection too. I really think that they're doing a lot of really awesome things with, the sort of asymmetrical gameplay, making things feel very different. And they just managed to do the RTS things in a way that it actually feels really, really good. When you have an excellent commander, they really make a huge difference. I think that some of the struggles the game has is the environments often feel really similar no matter what you do.
Is it just a bunch of space stations?
It's always space stations,
Yeah.
right? Space stations, mining works. It's all very similar. It's obviously the effort of a really small team, but I feel like they've done a really good job. And there isn't a whole lot else out there like Natural Selection. There's a lot of competitive multiplayer games out there, and there's a lot of shooters, but Natural Selection is almost. It is functionally a shooter, but there are other things about it that feel very different, in the sense that, like, the alien gameplay is obviously much more about melee combat, and if you're playing as the RTS commander, well, that's obviously massively different. I mean, you play that like StarCraft, but imagine playing StarCraft. You know, the thing I always tell everyone is imagine playing StarCraft, where every Marine or Zergling is yelling at you and telling you that you're not giving them something they desperately need. But I will say, so far, the community in this game has also been really excellent. One of the things I've always really enjoyed is that, as a new player, you won't see it on me, but you'll see it maybe on some other players, is that when you're new, for like the first 6 hours that you play, they make every piece of text you send out, every like statement you make, and even your name will be highlighted green. So everyone knows you're green, you're new. And so generally, people I found, because of that, they treat you really well.
Huh.
You know what? I'm actually going to...
Everything about this is what I don't expect in shooters. Like, people listen to you. They treat you nicely. They respect you if you're new. It's like you're talking about a fantasy land that nobody will ever be able to be a part of.
Right. Everyone apparently is trying to join the Marine team. I really wanted to show some Marine gameplay.
I want to see the commander stuff. I still haven't seen that. How's that determined? Like, how do you become that real-time strategy commander?
You basically just have to be the first one to jump in the chair.
Is everyone just race, or do people
No,
not want
actually,
to be the
I feel like a lot of people don't want to do the commander's job
They
because
just want to shoot stuff?
it is pretty stressful.
Okay.
I mean, it is. Like, it can be really intense being the commander. All right, so actually, I did get on the Marine side.
Yeah.
I can try hopping in the
Go
comm
for
chair.
it. Go for it. Go for it. Get out.
Nope.
Ah.
But the thing is, if you ever want to, you can vote them out.
So if everyone hates the orders they're being given, they can kind of mutiny the guy?
Exactly. I mean, I've never seen a reason to vote the commander out. You basically do.
You wait till I get in that chair. I'll give you a
eject
reason.
this guy, and then you can eject him. But the cool thing is that the commanders, on top of, building these support structures and that sort of thing, they can have a direct impact on battle as well. So if you're doing like a really great job, they can drop med packs, or even if you're not doing a great job, if they're just trying to keep you alive, they can drop med packs, ammo. They can buy guns that they like. Maybe you personally, because you gather your own resources as a squad guy, and say you don't have enough resources to afford a shotgun, they can buy one and just drop it to you as well to like give you support in the field. One of the things I'll say that I don't necessarily like about the game is that oh crap!
Kill that thing. Kill it. Yeah, tear it up. Oh, you're dead.
We got the one, but not the two. Is that they don't do a very good job of teaching how to do things. There's no real tutorial in the game. You can join up into what's called I'm trying to think of what it's called. It's basically like an observation mode made for the game where you can it's called explore mode. You can walk in a level and explore
and just kind of figure out the layout.
And you can hop into commander chair with nobody on the server. You can even make
that sounds like a lot of fun.
You can make explore mode with other people on the server too.
So just kind of like a private match.
Right, but it's like even then, other people could join explore mode and start killing you unless you're doing it with your friends passworded. So the whole thing is that you need to basically take the time, go through explore mode, and read all the tooltips that it constantly pops up so that you understand, like, oh, so this building is for this.
That's a really inelegant way
to handle this tutorial. Yeah, and you can read that and you can understand, okay, this building is supposed to be used for this. But you really don't get a feel for it until you actually hop into the commander's chair. And when you hop into the commander's chair with players yelling at you, it is a very different experience than the doing it in the server with no one around. So there's no real tutorial. And even if you do that, I still find myself learning things. For instance, we all have these guns. If the commander tells us to build something, I'm telling him right now I need orders. If the commander has us build something, we use these little ray guns basically to phase in objects. But hold on.
Something going down over here?
The commander gave us an order just to check it out. So we use these little ray guns to kind of phase in objects. But the thing is, eventually the commander can build something like welders. And when he builds welders, though, welders will build this building way faster than these initial ray guns. But when you get a welder, all it does is it tells you this is good for repairing things. So you think, oh, well, this is to repair things that aren't already built.
So you don't even know that you're able to build.
Exactly, build with it from scratch. So that's what I'm saying. There are little things.
You need someone to walk you through this, it sounds like.
And I constantly do ask the community questions, and they've been really great about, providing answers. But I just feel like there isn't. You basically have to do a trial by fire. You have to kind of slog your way through and die a lot and fail a lot before you kind of get a hang of it.
Well, Anthony,
And-
that's just how it goes when there's an alien invasion.
And
You just
that-
gotta dive right in.
And I agree that there's like, that is partially, man, that is partially just, a thing. Like, for a lot of people, that's a rite of passage in this. And to me, I think that there are smarter ways to do it. Like, this is a game that I really feel like could have used a real tutorial. But that being said, it's still worth dealing with all the pain and struggle of figuring it all out, just because it is a lot of fun.
This game looks rad. Like, I really want to play this.
Yeah, it's basically like the Aliens, the Aliens fantasy we've all had for a long time.
In Before Colonial Marines.
Yes, exactly. In Before Colonial Marines. And obviously there are things like Alien vs. Predator games that have come out recently, but
Yeah.
I would say a lot of people have not necessarily found those multiplayers to be
Space Tomahawk.
exceptional. Oh,
Can you Space Tomahawk something for me?
I'm playing really bad right now because I'm just trying to show people various parts of the map. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
That's fair.
So the Tomahawk, it's really not the best weapon for...
I'm sorry. Did you see it? It's a Space Tomahawk.
It's
yeah, look at it. It unfolds and everything.
But the whole purpose of that
Like a switchblade.
is it's mainly there because it's a great weapon for destroying enemy structures. So we're actually expanding in here. We got a second command center up.
Go for it.
No, it's already taken. That's why it says
Oh,
locked.
man.
Even though we have a second command center, doesn't mean that other people can't.
I guess it would kind of defeat the purpose to have more than one commander.
Exactly. If they were just contradicting orders
Everyone's
going up
playing in
constantly.
RTS mode. Nobody's on the field.
All right.
So what the commander is seeing right now is like a top-level,
Yeah,
top-down RTS view of everything that you guys are doing, right?
Yeah, and his vision is kind of limited by our vision. So, like, when we roll into an area, he'll see the infestation and aliens, and he can drop things in there.
Okay.
But he still has that fog of war, right? He can't just see what the aliens are doing if there are no Marines around there. Does he need me to build anything else? Moving on, Commander. Wait, hold on. I got ammo and stuff. Let's see, some resources. Okay.
Nope.
I can't... That's where you would be able to buy things like a shotgun and stuff, but our commander has not researched the ability to do that yet. Oh, hold on, it says no commander.
Oh, go for it. Get back, you need a commander. Someone be in charge. Anthony's day.
He's probably going to be really unhappy because I guarantee you what happened is, the main base is under attack, so he hopped out.
Log in, Anthony. Yes!
He hopped out to fight things. So
I'm so excited.
just to show you, this is kind of the way that the battlefield looks to a commander.
Give some orders. Make it happen.
I'm going to tell them to build one of those over here. I'm going to go back to our main base and say that it's kind of, well, we don't have very many resources, the problem currently. But yeah, you kind of get a feel of the, I can see these things, that guy's in trouble. Let me see if I can get him a med pack. There you go. I actively healed him on the battle.
Instant? He just
If I drop
takes
it on him. Otherwise, I can drop it on the ground and
Oh,
he
and
can
he'll
pick
just
it up like that.
Okay, cool. You're doing great.
So I'm going to tell them to build here because they're obviously waiting for it. And
So they can't build until you give the order.
no, correct, yeah. They are reliant on me to do that, which is why you want to listen to your commander, because by getting these resources, it's also getting them the resources they need to be able to buy things.
This is rad.
Ping here, because that's obviously in trouble. We just lost the power. You can also issue direct commands. Like I can click that guy and do that, and now he will actually see arrows telling him
Oh, cool.
where I want him to head. Oh, I guess I just got booted. Commander's
You had a good
been
run,
ejected.
Anthony.
Yeah, well, either way, I got to kind of show you. I wasn't being the most efficient commander because I was sitting here just trying to show you camera controls and whatnot. But yeah, it obviously plays a lot different. There's a lot going on in this game that is really unique, and even with its like learning spike, I guess we would say it's not really a learning curve. It's very steep.
It's just a
vertical
steep
cliff.
hill. Yeah.
But I feel like it's worth playing regardless, and this is an indie game worth supporting on Steam, and I think that what these guys have done with such a small team is especially commendable, but also regardless of the size of the team, it's just a really cool game.
SpaceX that.
Actually, I'm going to cover the guys that are, well, no, you're right. I'm
SpaceX.
SpaceXing it.
Yes.
But yeah, that's kind of a look at Natural Selection 2. You can now read the review on IGN. And for a lot more on Natural Selection 2, you should always go to IGN. No way.